with a probe into the November 19th explosion in Karnataka's coastal city of Mangaluru that has now expanded across two more southern states as a global terrorist organization inspired the key suspect behind the blast. In fact, he is said to have visited Tamil Nadu as well as Kerala, and the police teams are now looking into possible local accomplices and links to the Thirthahalli native. Now, Mohammed Shariq, hailing from Thirthahalli in Shivamogga district in Karnataka, was travelling in an auto rickshaw, remember, with a pressure cooker that was fitted with a detonator, wires and batteries. Now, Times Now has also learnt that Shariq incited the youth against the state administration and also made several pro-hijab videos, circulating them to incite during the CAA stir as well. So his involvement was seen during the CAA stir as well as the anti-hijab protest. So these are the details that have come in as the investigations into the case continue. In fact, as the probe widens, it's now been revealed that he had also visited Tamil Nadu, and this also says that it has a link with Kerala as well as Tamil Nadu. So now the police officials are looking at the accomplices who are said to have helped him. Remember, as the police probe goes on, it has also been revealed that he was masquerading as a Hindu. His WhatsApp display pic was that of Shiva, the Adiyogi Shiva statue from Isha Foundation, and he also had fake SIM cards under other names. My colleague Deepak Bopanna is joining us live with the details. Deepak, these are some sensational details that have now come in. The police officials looking at links from Kerala as well as Tamil Nadu. And of course, the police officials also looking at the fact that he was posing as a Hindu. These are the details that the police officials have revealed until now.
Well, yes, and a lot of developments, of course, expected even today in Mangaluru. The Home Minister is coming here for the first time after the blast took place. He's on his way from Thirthahalli. The ADGP of Karnataka, Mr. Praveen Sood, also will, be joining the Home Minister as they take stock of the situation. They'll hold a meeting with the senior police officials in the coastal region. Firstly, of course, he will be briefed on all the developments that have taken place, on what has happened up until now as far as the investigation is concerned in this particular blast case. After that, he's expected to meet the family of the victim, that is the auto rickshaw driver who was in the auto when the explosion took place, a family as well. He's expected to go to the spot and then brief the media. So a lot of important aspects could come to the fore when he briefs the media. More importantly, what kind of message is he going to send out to the senior police officials about how to handle these sort of situations, these sort of crimes, and also to prevent it in the future. This is going to be an interesting aspect. As far as the investigation is concerned, yes, multiple people being picked up consistently, being questioned. As of now, the police officially haven't shown anybody has been arrested, but we've also put out certain details yesterday about how deep he went in terms of trying to personify himself as a Hindu. That was probably because he didn't want to be in the eye of suspicion, be it the name that he used of Premraj to even get a house on rent, the Aadhaar, which he also used to get a job at a training center. In fact, his WhatsApp DP as well, using the Adiyogi statue from the Isha Foundation from Coimbatore, probably a picture that he clicked while he was there. This was his WhatsApp display picture. So he used all of this to hide his identity. Yesterday, while we spoke to one of the BJP MLAs from Mangaluru, he even went on to say that, after the blast, there is a video where he's wrapped himself around with a saffron towel, and he says that this also could be an attempt to just hide his identity further. Investigations, of course, going on, not just in Mangaluru. There's searches and questioning going on of people in Mysuru. We saw a person picked up from Bengaluru. We, of course, brought our viewers reports from Alua in, Cochin as well. And apart from that, the Coimbatore area where he was staying as well, and all the places that he visited as well. The police have done a recce there, searches as well, and investigations are going on, thick and fast in this particular aspect.
Okay, all right. So, Deepak, we are keeping a track of all the developments on that front. In some breaking news that's now coming in, this probe now widening. We're also saying that the Karnataka Home Minister will be visiting, as my colleague Deepak just pointed out. He will be visiting Mangaluru. So the Karnataka Home Minister and the DGP are going to be in Mangaluru today. This is their first visit after the blast. The Home Minister will also be holding a review meeting with all the top officials from the coastal belt today, because it has been revealed that it could be more than what meets the eye. In fact, now the details also suggesting that after the police officials visited his residence, material for over 10 bombs were found at his home. So the police officials are looking at a much bigger nexus here. here. Deepak, as you were talking about these details, the Karnataka Home Minister and the DGP in Mangaluru today, like you mentioned, and the meeting is of course going to be focused on the fact that this was a very well-planned, thought-out action, and also looking at whether he had perhaps any handlers from outside.
Yes, identification of these handlers, of course, is going to be key, and for that, questioning of the accused is going to be important. His condition, of course, is not very great in the hospital. While we did put this out that they are trying to question him. It's very basic level questioning of yes or no type of questions that's going on. So that's the level of information that they could get at this point in time from him. Mateen is a person that the police themselves confirmed that could be one of the main people he was in touch with, could have influenced him largely, and could have been a handler himself. He's a person that already is on the NIA radar. There's a lookout notice for him. Questioning Shariq could give more information regarding that. The Home Minister, of course, will take stock of all of these details and the situation up until now. But more importantly, the senior officials from the coastal region itself, various SPs could also come in. And what sort of a message will go in from the Minister to them in terms of collating data of any people who could possibly, have, this radicalized mentality or could pose a threat to, society in general. There could be a collation of data in this regard. So we'll really have to see the kind of instructions that come in, because this is a larger meeting that's going to take place today here in Mangaluru city.
Absolutely. Deepak, stay on with us. Let's also tell our viewers why the police officials believe that this is a much bigger ploy that had been hatched, and Shariq was just one of the people in this entire conspiracy. So the details that the investigations have revealed until now show that he incited the youth against the state administration. So several attempts had been made by Shariq to incite more and more youth, bring in more people to fight against the state administration. This is what the probe has revealed. He also made several pro-hijab videos and circulated them. Remember, this was at a time when there was a turmoil in Karnataka over the hijab protests that were taking place. The state also, remember, had told the High Court that there is a hidden hand. So there were people like Shariq who were circulating these videos on social media, on several apps as well, to incite more and more people against the state administration. Apart from that, he was also very, very active during the anti-CAA stir. So in several places, of course, violence was also reported. Massive protests also seen in Karnataka, and Shariq was also said to be a part of it. Now, more breaking inputs that are just coming in as we track every single development in the big story from Karnataka. The BJP MLA now demanding new terror laws, saying UP-like laws are needed in Karnataka, calling for stringent action. BJP MLA demanding terror laws.
ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ದೇಶದ ವಿರೋಧಿ ಕೃತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿದಂತಹ ಜನರ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಗ್ರ ಕ್ರಮ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಇರುವಂಥ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ ಜಿಂದಾಬಾದ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಜನ ಅಂದಂಥವರು ಅದು ಬಂದಿದ್ದದ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಏನದ ದೇಶ ವಿರೋಧಿ ಘೋಷಣೆಗಳೇನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಪನಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಉಗ್ರವಾದಂಥ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಒಳಗೆ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ರಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕನ್ಯಾಗ ಆತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಈ ಥರ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು ಅದಾವ, ಅವರು ಹಾದಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಬರೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾದಂಥ ವಿಶೇಷ ಕಾನೂನನ್ನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಕಾನೂನನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೆಂಗೀಗ ಉತ್ತರ ಪ್ರದೇಶನಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಆಸ್ತಿ ಮುಟ್ಗೋಲು ಹಾಕುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಅವ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಉಗ್ರವಾದಂಥ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಅದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತೇಳಿ ಆಗ್ರಹ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
So the police officials are piecing together all the details that they have obtained until now, and that's what points at a larger conspiracy. Let's now talk about the kind of footprint that he had, because remember, the police officials are looking at an attack across South India. So wanting to instill fear across South India, that was the motive. So let's talk about where it all began. It was in Mysuru, November 2022. He had rented a house, and that was with a fake ID. We showed you how his display picture had something else. His own SIM card also was under a Hindu named Surendran. So he had a fake identity. He rented a house in Mysuru, and then we had bomb-making material that was found from his residence. Remember, the police officials visited his house. They found bomb-making material enough to make 10 bombs. So this was clearly a small part of a much, much bigger ploy. So he was also said to be traveling to Mangaluru from Mysuru. So he was going from one district to another, and this is a detail that has been revealed. He was a mastermind of the experimental blast. So the police officials, remember, are also looking at whether handlers are involved and also the self-radicalization angle. So the FIR, in fact, Times Now has accessed this FIR that very clearly links him with the ISIS and also planning terror attacks. This was in September. So these are the details that the officials have revealed as of now. As the police official pieced together all of these details, remember, a lot will also depend on his questioning. He is still in the hospital getting treatment. So as he starts speaking, we will get more details of what exactly happened. Thanking Deepak Bopanna for joining us with all of these inputs. On that note, slipping into a quick break here. We'll be right back. Do stay with us.